of the dating world and the shit show that it is right now. Single men, I have a genuine question for you guys. What happened to men being the pursuers? Y'all don't chase anymore. The effort is so minimal. It's like pulling teeth trying to get any response. Genuinely, what happened? Can somebody please explain it?
What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another new podcast. So y'all hear the question, why don't men pursue women anymore? Well, that's the question that we're going to attempt to answer today. And I got a series of clips that are going to attempt to do that. There's going to be very little interruption from me, just segueing from clip to clip. But I think that the videos speak for themselves today. So let's get right into it. Before we do, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification bell as well. And do me one more favor. Show a little love to the like button, but let's get into it.
You can handle me.
No, you're not. Listen.
I have a reckless mouth. And the thing is that I'm going to take it to what's going to hurt you.
Take your ass back to your mama, because you can't do nothing for me. Man, I'm ready for a man, a real man.
And though it didn't mean my...
You see me calling your phone and you ain't answer? I'll punch you in the fucking mouth out, bitch. You think I play them games with you, bitch?
Because we are raising up women to be men. And you are not applauded for your femininity. You are applauded in the contemporary society by how tough, rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, possessive you are, and you are climbing the corporate ladder, but we are losing our families.
I have like a friend in a friend zone that'll buy you dinners.
I do.
But then like you hit up like this other dude when you want to get railed.
Yeah.
Is that how it goes?
It's exactly how it goes.
Nobody likes to get their time wasted, period. So a guy takes a girl out on a first date, spends $1,100 on the bill.
No brainer. That's OD.
The girl gets her ex to come pick her up from the date, and he doesn't hear from this girl again.
Duh.
And he files a lawsuit to sue her for wasted time. What do we think about this?
Now put those two clips together. You spend $1,100 on a first date to get nothing at the end of the night for another man to clean up with no effort. Yeah, is it starting to become clear why men aren't pursuing the same way they used to? If not, it's okay. We got more in the way. Let's keep it rolling.
You gotta like suck them dry for everything they have. Take their money, their car, their house,
their energy, their motivation,
waste their time,
their faith,
waste their time. By the time we're done, they want to kill themselves.
I was asleep, so I wanted to go fuck my ex real quick, so I drove down to the gas station, let him cream pie me, and then I came home to sneak into bed. My boyfriend woke up and then wanted to fuck me, and he started eating me out and told me how good my pussy tastes, and he's eating my ex's cum out of me, and I never told him.
This is probably more important to white women, because white women, you do stuff to get killed. People kill you. Your husbands kill you.
But they hated Kevin Samuels and banned Andrew Tate for misogyny when we see misandry is 100 times worse and far more toxic.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Yeah, I heard it.
These women right here want to make you suffer, and men see that. See, at least when men go out and cheat and be selfish, they're trying to cover it up and make sure you don't find out, because we're not actually trying to hurt you. But these women right here, it would make their day if you found this stuff out, because they like to watch men suffer. And this is why men are not pursuing women anymore, because we know that there are a lot more out there that will do this same thing the moment they get a chance to. But we're gonna keep going, because this shit ain't over yet. We got more clips.
Is there anything I could have done to save our relationship?
Keisha, I think you're a great person. You know, I think you're a good person. And I appreciate the fact that you realized how closed off you were, you know, but to answer your question, I think you could have saved the relationship by being more appreciative, you know, putting more effort, you know, the same way I did. you know, and I kept stepping towards you, but you kept stepping back, you know, and marriage was out the question because don't nobody want to marry anyone who not showing the same appreciation as them or who not giving their effort like them. So that just pushed me back, you know, and as far as right now, I have a girlfriend, you know, and I love her to death. And that's what I want to get you to see, that you got to appreciate the people that's in your life. You know, the people that come in your life, you don't know how long they're going to be there. You got to appreciate them while they're there, because when they're gone and you don't appreciate them, they got every right to walk away from you. You know, and that's what I wanted to get you to see. So I'm sorry if it hurt. You know, I'm sorry if it hurt you, but I just hope you got the closure you was looking for.
My man's hit it right on the head. Appreciation. And this is something that a lot of women are not showing in relationships today. See, they've been taught that they're the prize. They're supposed to be taken out on dates, showered with gifts, flown out on different trips. And when you're in a receiving position, you tend to get spoiled and you don't show that reciprocity and appreciation that a man is looking for. And that's why he ends up taking his talents elsewhere, just like my man's did right here. So women, if you want to be pursued and you want your man to stick around, you need to show him some kind of appreciation, because he's going to get tired. He's going to get exhausted. And just that appreciation alone can help build him back up so he can continue to pour into you. It is for your own benefit. But since we talked about the table, let's talk about the boss babes, because that's another reason why men aren't pursuing anymore.
So now with this world changing and you got women call themselves boss bitches, you know what I'm saying? And they're working, which is no problem with that for me, right? But when you're working, right, and that man is working, who's now taking care of the home to keep us together, right? Now, if I sacrifice and say, I'm gonna stay at home because you're making $500,000, I'm still looked at like a herb, like a failure, straight up and down. It's like women have this thing now that we're letting y'all, and I'm not saying us men, the world is letting y'all be boss, right? But y'all are forgetting about the things that y'all wanted the men to do when they was the boss. Y'all wanted us to spend time with y'all. Y'all wanted us to make time. Y'all wanted us to be family men. But now when y'all are going to make the money, it's like, yo, everybody needs to fend for themselves.
Now, I want to make this resoundingly clear, because men are not intimidated by women with degrees and women with money. We just understand how the combination of those two things are going to affect your attitude and behavior. And men are just choosing not to deal with that. We're choosing not to have our peace interrupted. So unless you change your attitude, you are not going to be pursued and have the men in your life that you feel you deserve. But I got a couple more reasons. Stick with me, because we're getting down to the end.
You're going to meet this child and you're going to naturally develop a fondness for the kid, right? But the thing is, see, this fondness, you will confuse it with being the father, but see, you're not the father. You're not the father. And therefore, because you are not the father, you do not have any of the rights of a father. You do not have the right to discipline and teach the child anything, because you're not the father. See, you're the stepfather at best, okay? You're the stepfather, and what will happen is that you will see the kid acting in a way that the kid shouldn't, and what will you do? You'll try to correct the kid, and what will the single mother say? She will say, don't do that, I don't want you to do that. Because you see, this is a key issue. You see, the way mothers and the way fathers educate their children, it's always different, because mothers are there to comfort the child, to soothe them, to tell them that everything will be better. And fathers are there to tell them, this is the way the world works, and it is hard and difficult. And sometimes you run up against rules that are like a brick wall, but those rules stay, and you have to adjust accordingly. Those are the two roles that mothers and fathers occupy in a child's mind, right? But if you are the stepfather or the mother's boyfriend, right, you cannot discipline the child and tell the child this is how the world works and you have to abide by these rules. You can't, you see, because you're not the father. And the mother will let you know this.
And this is only going to get worse as single parenthood rises. A lot of men do not want to be in this position where they take on the responsibility of a father, but they don't have the authority of being a father. See, men also understand that we will never be number one in your life because, as it should be, your kid comes first. But if I was the husband, you were the wife, and this was our child, we would all be in our proper position, but step parent takes you out of that. So a lot of men are just choosing to back off from women with kids because they don't want to have to deal with these kind of dynamics. But I got one last clip, and really this is gonna sum up why a lot of men are choosing to not pursue women.
Me's like Megan, me's like Megan, me's like Megan.
Now, if you cut the video off, I'm not even mad at you. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all don't want to see that bouncing and jiggling everywhere. But I had to show that because that's a reason why a lot of men are not pursuing the weight issue. See, there was a study done by BYU over the course of 10 years, and it just showed that women are gaining weight at almost double the rate of men. And being that men are such visual creatures, that's becoming a reason that we are not pursuing women the same way anymore. I mean, it is what it is. You might not like to hear that, but the truth is the truth, and I'm trying to tell you what it is. So if you want more men to pursue you, you have to take into account what men want, and you have to look and say, how well am I fitting into that? Do I meet those requirements the same way a man has to meet my requirements? Because it's true, we have to, or else we get nothing. And now women are getting a taste of that as well. But that's gonna do it. So subscribe to the channel, like the video, and if you have anything to say, please leave it in the comments below. And until another time, I'll see you guys later.